Hello everybody and welcome to something I don't usually do, and that's a vlog on something that's happening in the media. That's right, I've finally broken. I've finally become a YouTuber that has opinions on things he knows absolutely nothing about. This time I want to talk about coronavirus. That's right, the hot subject that everyone's talking about. It's an interesting one. I've been doing a lot of research today, especially with being in the doctors and being a bit under the weather myself, having to cancel a couple of events because of concerns about things. What do we know about coronavirus? People are on two sides. They're either quite worried about it or not worried about it at all. And I do wonder whether, most people that are on either side are kind of crazy. It's weird because the media loves to overhype things. It always has done. But it also has the capacity to underplay things as well, I think. So I've started looking at a few more independent sources that aren't just like news sites and stuff like that. It's actually like, science places like Popular Science. Been looking at documentation put out by the NHS and things like that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Liam, stay in your lane. You don't talk about things like this. I want to try and talk about more things like this that are important to what's going on in the world, especially when it affects me. It's a bit weird to say that, I guess, but like, I've cancelled going to a convention this month because I'm concerned about this disease, this virus. Now, a lot of people are kind of like, oh, there's no need to be, just wash your hands, blah, blah. The problem with somewhere like MCM or any comic convention, I shouldn't single out that, but there is a bit of a bad reputation for people that go there. Now, again, this is a bit of a weird thing to point out because I'm one of those people. A lot of my friends are those kind of people. But there is a reputation among people that go to these places. They're not very hygienic sometimes. There's a lot of complaints about BO from people and stuff like that. But there's also a lot of touchy people. There's huggy people, there's free hugs, and there's people that literally throw themselves on you because you're wearing an inappropriate anime cosplay and people want to jump on you because they think that's cool. So yeah, for me personally, I don't want to be involved in that. It's a case, a lot of people have said, oh yeah, it's just a cold, it's just the flu, blah, blah, blah. And me personally, if I get a cold, I don't give a shit. I'll still work through doing whatever and things like that. My issue is, if I end up catching something like this, which isn't just a cold, if you want to put it in the most mildest terms possible, it is a cold with respiratory side effects as well. So that's struggling breathing for you and me who are dumb. For me personally, probably not an issue. I'm a lovely, young, fit, healthy man who can just crack on with it, as is my girlfriend. As is my dad, as is my mom, as is their partners. The people that I worry about are people that are older than me. My nan and her partner. And my other nan and her partner. Coronavirus has around about at least 2-week incubation period where you won't show any signs of it or very minor signs of it before coming under the effects of it, which are very cold, like flu-like symptoms at the, nicest possible stage. So for me personally, I would like to not pass those on to my nan, for example. I do visit my nan, at least once a month if I can. I don't want to go to a convention, pick something up, not realise I have anything for 2 weeks, visit my nan in those 2 weeks, pass it on to her, and it be a lot worse for her. It's less paranoia, I guess, for me. It's more paranoia for other people that I have. As much of an, asshole as I can be, I am more concerned about other people than I am myself. So anything I can do to help prevent the spread of this, I'm going to do. Now, again, people are like, what do you mean spread? It's nothing huge. It's not massive. The UK, which is where I'm from, if you can tell from the accent, recently upgraded its response to this virus. It's now admitted that it cannot contain the virus, and it is now effectively just trying to slow it down a little bit. Say, whoa, come on, coronavirus. A few people at a time so we can deal with it. China actually dealt with it very well. It's one of those rare times where communism works incredibly well. As soon as people started falling ill, things got shut down immediately, and that was it. And actually, as of time of recording this, helped slow and reduce the amount of daily cases that were happening. At the moment, in the UK, it's been increasing. It's in the last week, it jumped from like, I think 50 to 80 to 100 last time I checked. It's gone from like being around the Midlands to into the Midlands to into Wales. I'm the Midlands, by the way. Don't really have the accent, but I can do it for you if you like. For me personally, I'm not or wasn't worried about it when it was like, oh yeah, it's people from who've been from China, people from Italy, people from Iran that have been bringing it in, and they've just been contained and whatever. Last time I read, there was 4 or 5 cases that just weren't explained. They hadn't been in contact with anybody who'd caught it. They hadn't been in contact with anyone who travelled from any of these like majorly infected countries. They just suddenly have coronavirus out of nowhere. So, for me personally, I want to be a lot more careful about it, and I feel like it's quite important to talk about it. And again, not so much day to day, but you know, at least 2 or 3 times a week, I'm a delivery driver who travels around the Midlands. I'm handling packages, winky face, and dealing with people and face to face with people quite a lot. And again, if I catch something like this, I don't want to make it all about me, but this vlog is my vlog, so it's, you know, best way to talk about it. If I catch it, you know, and then sneeze, wipe my arm, whatever, absent-mindedly, pick up a package, give it to somebody else, then they have it, and they pass it on to somebody else. You can see how quickly, especially with delivery drivers, it can spread incredibly quickly. I haven't had a chance to grab any like hand sanitizer or anything because people are just panic buying it for no reason. People don't, day to day, you know, you don't usually catch a cold. Purell's not going to stop you catching a cold. It's not going to stop you catching this. Using it sensibly is what's going to do it for you. So anyway, again, a lot of people talking about it and going, oh, well, it's nowhere near as bad as the flu and stuff like that. The flu kills millions and hundreds and thousands of billions of people a year. That's not really how it works, but a lot of people have this repeated rhetoric on Facebook. It's like, oh yeah, the flu's much worse. Do you know how many people the flu kills? That's not important, or that's not the main thing you should be looking at. What you should be looking at is the fatality rate. Compared to the flu, COVID-19 death rate by age. Bearing in mind, this is how many people die due to the flu every year in these age gaps. And the last one's a big one, which is really interesting. So, between 0 to 64, there's no more than a 0.06 chance of catching or dying from the flu. That's from age 0 to age 64. In all cases, it's only been a 0.06% death rate. If I'm reading that right, that's how that works. Now, you look at COVID-19, and you look at the easiest example, I suppose. In fact, just call it 10 to 59. That's 1.3. So that's already 50% more just in that category alone. Now, you move it up to 65 plus. 65 plus, with flu cases, less than 1% of those cases end in a fatality. Look how much it jumps up by in COVID. COVID-19, again, we'll call it 60. In fact, we could even just ignore the 65 to 70 line. 70 to 80 plus, 14.8% of cases dead. There's just no comparison to that. If you take, for argument's sake, say 1 million people get infected by the flu of varying ages, and 1 million people get infected by COVID-19. Look how many more people are going to die compared to the flu. If you're one of the people that are constantly going, oh, it's just a cold, oh, the flu kills more people. No, the flu's killed more people. Or COVID-19 has the potential to kill so many more people. And this is the kind of shit that people need to stop going on about. I don't want you guys to panic like maybe it seems like I want you to, or maybe like I am. For me personally, for anyone around my age, you know, 28, around that age, the worst you're going to get with COVID-19, hopefully, as long as you have no other issues, is a cold, basically. Maybe a bit of shortness of breath. And that's if it's, you know, mild symptoms. It's not about me, it's about everybody else, and that's how you should think too. One thing I want you to take away from this video, if you've watched to this point, and thank you very much, it's just the ramblings of a madman who's trying to find a way to talk about this stuff, is just make sure you're washing your hands. Do what the NHS tells you in the UK. If you've got better measures than the NHS, follow those as well. Make sure you're washing your hands, don't touch your face. It's that simple, and just don't lick other people. That's how diseases spread. That's probably not the best way to go about things. This is a bit more of a serious video than, you know, I usually do, but I feel like it's quite an important topic to make sure everyone is bringing awareness to. And I've heard the rhetoric before, oh, everyone knows about it, you don't need to bring awareness. Maybe so, but I feel like the more people that talk about it and the more people that push people to be sensible about these kind of things, the better, to be honest. Again, it might seem like I'm overreacting, and I mentioned this in a different video, but I'd rather be overreacting and keep everybody safe than underreacting and risk somebody that I care about and love. So yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say, guys. Hopefully you didn't find this video too heavy. Hopefully you enjoyed stuff like this. Maybe it's something I'll talk about a bit more. Maybe I'll bring up more things in life generally that I don't usually talk about. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, let me know. Hit me up in the comments below and leave me a like if you did enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, don't dislike it. Just walk away. Don't bully me. But hey, if you enjoyed this content and want to see me live, twitch.tv/jestertainment. See more videos like this, VODs, vlogs, and other videos at youtube.com/jesterondemand, and see what I'm ranting about this week. And if you want to send me a message or tweet to me, twitter.com/jestertainment_. Again, not a doctor, but I just wanted to share my feelings and stuff on it in a video where I'm not going to get distracted playing a video game. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. See ya.
Goodbye.